Before we start, I wanted to mention a game from Cubic called Beautiful Ukraine, which is obviously to support Ukraine, and all the proceeds go to that country. You'll find a link to it in the description. Now, congratulations to our winners. There are 4 people who have won a copy of Slipstream. If you haven't watched that video, you should go check it out. We'll pop the names of the winners over in the top pinned comment of the Slipstream video, so go and take a look and see if you won. Remember, we've still got that 10% discount on our website, so you can save a little bit more on any of these sale games or any other games you're going to buy for your Switch using the eShop, just by buying the vouchers at switchup.gg and use code SwitchUp at checkout. Our winner from the sales video last week, this is you. GG. Let me know in the comments what games you've picked up in the sale, like someone else's comment, and the cream of the crop shall rise to the top. Let's look at the 10 best games on sale and the 2 that you should avoid because they're awful. What are they? Well, let's find out. We can't not mention the excellent Dragon Quest Builders 2. Now, I haven't put in as much time into this as I would like. I've probably played maybe 5 hours and didn't stop because I didn't enjoy it, just because there were other things to review, but it's a brilliant game. I guess it combines many elements of things like Minecraft, but with a full-fledged RPG. It's actually very clever how it merges those two things together. Now, I know when it launched, I remember there were a few performance issues. It's still not perfect, in my opinion, but it's good enough, and it's a great one if you can get some friends online to play with. You can play with up to 4 of you, but otherwise it's solo, and there are a number of DLCs that you can pick up if you're interested in going down that route. It's a brilliant game, very good, not just for kids, and at 40% off with the sale that goes on until May the 1st, it's a good time to pick it up. It also only has a really small download size of 1.7 gigs.
Decorations, even your own armor, not to mention weapons for you and your allies. But don't be afraid to die. Your gear, that is.
Next up, if you haven't got it yet, then consider Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, which is 60% off, taking it down to £13.99. It's a first-person adventure that follows BJ Blazkowicz, and you'll be fighting against Nazis. It's very fast-paced, nice, chunky, impactful weapons, developed by Machine Games, and has a surprisingly good storyline to follow. Probably the worst part of the game is the download size, honestly. You're looking at 21 gigs, so make sure you've got enough space on that SD card. But for £13.99, yeah, I'll be picking that up. That's really good. In terms of completion, well, there's you could probably do it in about 10 or 11 hours, but there are lots of secret things to find, so you could put in a bit more time than that. It doesn't have any online modes, so this is just purely a single player experience. The kids' pick this week absolutely is going to Alba, a wildlife adventure. I loved this game. This game's just beautiful, so chilled out, so relaxing. You're controlling this little girl Alba as she goes round photographing all the wildlife in this on this archipelago, on this little island, and it's going to be taken over by a big corporation, and the only way she can save it is to essentially prove that there are all these endangered species. It's just so relaxing. It is not a long game. It's about 3 or 4 hours, but I just loved it. I thought it was such a nice time, and your kids will certainly enjoy it. I know it's the kids' pick, but yeah, you can enjoy this as an adult. There's nothing complex. There's no challenge really. You know, there's a few little fetch questy type things like go and photograph this type of bird or whatever, but it's very simplistic. If you're after just a super chill game, we really must make that chill games list because yeah, we know so many of them now. This is a good option. It's £10.04. It's a 40% sale, and that goes on until April the 29th. It's only 391 megs. I'm going to call this one a hidden gem. I don't think many people have played it. Glen reviewed it for us on the channel and he really enjoyed it. It's Scourgebringer. It's a post-apocalyptic roguelite platform shooter hybrid. It was described by Eurogamer apparently as Dead Cells meets Celeste, and it's one that I haven't played, but Glen has quite a bit and obviously did the review and enjoyed it, so I'm happy to recommend it. It's very fast-paced combat, and I believe there's some sort of infinite dungeon system and a really unusual soundscape created by, what's his name? Is it Junus Turner? Guy that did Nuclear Throne, Downwell and the Broforce soundtracks. It's 391 megs, that seems to be a bit of a theme today, and about 10 to 12 hours. I guess that would be for like, what, a few runs, because usually with a roguelite you can just play it infinitum, ad infinitum, so yeah, good game. That one's on sale until April the 29th, that's 45% off, and yeah, bit of a hidden gem. A couple of weeks ago when we had this one over here, everyone was asking me, should I buy this game? Is it still worth it in 2022? And the answer is yes. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim is absolutely worth it. It's currently half price in the US regions, and it's just an incredible game. You can put in a ridiculous amount of time. Don't be put off by some clunky character models. They've been using this engine since, well, a long time ago in a desolate Fallout style wasteland, but it still holds up brilliantly in terms of quest lines, unusual dialogue, great characters, and arrows to knees. So yeah, good game, well worth it. There are a few extra bits thrown in for the Switch version. There's some motion controls in there. There's some Legend of Zelda armor and gear. But yeah, for the price, this is a serious bang for the buck. 14 gigs, 200, 300, 400, 500 hours of gameplay if you want to put that much time into it. And the moment you accidentally murder someone and then you're visited in the night, you won't forget that. It's very cool. That one's on sale until April the 29th. Then there's the Crysis Remastered Trilogy. That's 30% off in the US regions. That's again matching its cheapest ever price. We did a little sponsor video for these guys when it came out, and that was like such a big deal for us. I mean, I spent my whole youth trying to get this thing to run on my PC and getting paid to play it on the Switch. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's not real, is it? Is that really, how did I get to this moment? Amazing. So yeah, the Crysis Remastered Trilogy, decent to get it running so well on the Switch. Gyro controls, all the things that I'm always banging on about, and you've got 3 full games here. Personally, I think I actually prefer the second one. Just the way that you use the nano suit was a lot better, in my opinion. Just remember to uncloak before you shoot, then you won't lose your charge. You won't know what I'm talking about if you haven't played it. This one, the sale goes on until May the 2nd, and it is, I don't even know what the download size is on the full trilogy. Hopefully one of you lot can help me out in the comments. Next up, we've got Hellpoint. This is a Souls-like that combines elements of Dead Space, I guess would be the nearest comparison. Generally on Metacritic and things like that and other places, it's received bad reviews, mainly because the performance was terrible at launch. Now, most people, in fact, I don't really know anyone else that goes back and visits games, so the scores obviously never change, but we went back and did an all patched up on this one, and it was much better. There's been a number of patches since it launched. It's never going to be perfect. I think it's one of those where you kind of got to accept that on Switch at least, it's never going to be an oil painting, but as far as gameplay and general performance goes, it's absolutely fine. I really like this one. I thought it was decent, and yeah, you can do co-op play as well if you can find a friend to team up with online, and if you've been looking for a good Souls-like, I'd suggest this one at this price. Now that sale goes on until April the 27th, and it is a 3.5GB download, about 20 to 30 hours of gameplay. I know this one's not going to appeal to everyone, but there'll be a subset of people that love their Sims and strategy games like myself that will really enjoy this, and I think at this price, I think it's one of the lowest prices I've seen it, 45% off for Railway Empire, and it really is that. It's not a beautiful looking game. In fact, when I reviewed it, it looked a bit like a dog's dinner, but the actual gameplay was brilliant. It essentially pits you in the United States in 1830 as you're trying to help them establish the new world by connecting different towns via railways. There's a whole tech tree in there, so you gradually move through the different stages, the different eras of railway. I know it sounds boring, but it's actually really fun. After the first few levels, you'll end up competing with other people, so they'll have their own station in a different part of the huge map, and you're competing to like build track, and if they've already built there, you can't, and then you're trying to like run almost supplies between certain points, and it becomes more tricky. It's really good. A brilliant game, actually. There are over 300 different technologies in there as well, and 40 historically accurate trains, and you can ride them all. It has a 5.6GB download, and you're looking at hundreds of hours of potential gameplay. I really enjoyed it. Last but not least then, we have Assassin's Creed The Rebel Collection at 63% off. It's also on sale on Amazon at 50% off in most countries, and it's well worth it. In my opinion, Assassin's Creed Black Flag is the best one. I know I'm going to get some hate for that, but riding around on the Jackdaw is just awesome. Performance is decent as well. It looks nice and docked and handheld. They added in quite a few Switch-specific things like motion controls. Oh, he said it again. Oh, yes. And yeah, I'd say it was worth it. Remember that it is 2 complete games. You also have Rogue, which not many people played, where you play as one of the baddies, essentially. This one, you're looking at probably about 50 hours of gameplay in total, and it's on sale until May the 5th. It carries an 11.8 gigabyte download. Alright, on to the avoids then. And we have to be very careful with avoids. You don't want to just say something's an avoid because it's got low scores somewhere. You have to have played it and gone, yeah, that's not for me. And personally, Hello Neighbor, I think is terrible. I know there are some kids maybe that like this, and it's hide and seek the game, but it's so janky. There's such a random chance to it as well that just gets very irritating when you get discovered. And I know that there's the Hello Neighbor hide and seek has been released and is currently on sale as well, and I just don't like them. So for me personally, I'd say avoid them. You can always go and check out some other reviews, but yeah, not my cup of tea. And last but not least then, we have Wolfenstein Young Blood. This is the game that, you know, your mum would have bought you when you said, can you go and get me Wolfenstein 2? And she'd have been like, we've already got Wolfenstein at home. And you're like, no, don't do this to me. This was like cringe, the game. I don't know what they were thinking. It went from BJ Blazkowicz to the two most annoying female protagonists. It wasn't even that, you know, they were just annoying. It was like high-fiving it. I was like, no, what are you doing? I want BJ back. The actual core game, there's some good moments in it and there's some nice ideas, but yeah, I think this deserved a bit of the backlash that it got because it was just cringy. Shame, really. I hope they didn't, you know, put a nail in the series because it was a great series until this one. So that's it for this week. Remember, if you want to go and support Ukraine, check out the puzzle game Beautiful Ukraine, which I bought the other day. It's only a few quid. And if you want to save 10% on any of these games, then use our code SwitchUp at switchup.gg. You just do it all at checkout. If you're in the wrong region and it says something, just use a VPN. Thanks to our patrons, you guys support us each and every month. And to all of you that seem to enjoy these videos, nice one. Right, I'm going to go and get some munch. I'm very hungry. For all things Switch, all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers, guys. See ya!